6 folk horror books that altered my brain chemistry. Folk horror is definitely my favorite subgenre of horror, but drop me a comment and let me know your favorite subgenre of horror. If you don't know me, I'm Carrie, and I read a book a day to give you the best thriller, mystery, and horror book recommendations, so if you're into that, make sure to give me a follow. This probably goes without saying, but every time I recommend horror books, please check your trigger warnings because I can handle a lot. The Seventh Sister by Dawn Kurtevich is available on Kindle Unlimited. It follows the 7 Ward sisters as they go to live with their grandmother on a forest-ridden island after their parents' passing. But life on the island is far different than what they're used to, and they soon develop a cult-like devotion to an entity living in the forest. But then tragedy strikes. Years later, the surviving sisters are forced to return to the island and finally confront all that happened. Stay Buried by Jennifer McMahon is a dual timeline horror story. In 1919, we follow Frankie, and she's working with her uncle to learn medicine when a strange illness affecting horses that moves on to humans hit, and people start to suspect supernatural forces. In 2016, we follow Ashley and Malcolm as they inherit a home from their grandmother in the same town as the 1919 timeline, and soon start to uncover the dark secrets of this town and the local legend of the Knackerman. Homesick by Rhiannon Grist follows Tamsin, and she's moved to a new house nearby a small Scottish village. She soon discovers that she shares a wall with a neighbor. Sometimes this woman is perfectly nice and quiet, and other times she is creating racket and being very evasive. When strange things start to happen in Tamsin's house, she begins to suspect that maybe this woman is somehow involved. Lost in the Garden by Adam S. Leslie is a dystopian adventure fever dreamy story set in a world that is stuck in perpetual summer and where ghosts walk among them. We follow Heather, Rachel, and Antonia as they are traveling to a place they are told they should never go to called Almonby. Heather's boyfriend has traveled there and he hasn't returned, and so she sets off on a mission to go and find him. Antonia is in love with Heather, and so she decides she's going to go along, and Rachel needs to deliver a mysterious package, and so she sets off with them. And well, things don't go super well. Red Rabbit by Alex Gratian is available on Kindle Unlimited. This is a supernatural-filled Western adventure story following a witch hunter named Old Tom and his mute ward named Rabbit as they set out to hunt down a woman named Sadie who is accused of witchcraft. As their posse grows, so does the danger. Darker Days by Thomas Oldhuvelt is available on Kindle Unlimited. This follows the people of a small Pacific Northwest town, the residents of Bird Street, who live in wealth and abundance, but every November they experience a thing called Darker Days, where things aren't so great, where they have to offer up a sacrifice in order to continue their lives in the way that they like. Typically, they offer up the elderly or terminally ill, and things have gone this way for many years. But this year, something goes terribly wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Please drop me your recommendations of folk horror books. I am always looking for recommendations in that category specifically. And if you've read any of these books, please drop your thoughts in the comments. But if you hated them, please be nice about it because these are some of my all-time favorite books.